Chrisley Knows Best fans wonder how being convicted felons will hinder Todd and Julie Chrisley's lifestyle when they get out of prison. Will there be things they can't do anymore? Todd and Julie Chrisley, convicted felon lifestyles. One Chrisley Knows Best fan recalls a time when people with financial-related felonies were unable to get checking accounts. This fan wondered if that was still a thing or if it would hinder Todd and Julie when they get out of prison. Another fan chimed in that convicted felons can have bank accounts just like everyone out. However, there are financial institutes that do background checks and may choose not to do business with them because of their criminal history. Likewise, fans pointed out that having a criminal record could hinder their income to some degree, as some networks and production companies may not be willing to work with them now. This actually, however, could also make them more appealing to put on reality TV after they get out of prison. Moreover, another fan points out that they believe felons aren't able to work in real estate. So, being a convicted felon would cost Todd Chrisley a job, as he's worked in real estate for a very long time. They are now ineligible to hold a real estate license. Banks and other financial organizations do background checks, so not sure they'd hire a convicted felon. They cannot serve on juries until all parts of their sentences are done. Felons can have a checking account under some circumstances, but that depends on state or bank. Accounts, if granted, are subject to restrictions. They might lean on their children. One fan pointed out that Todd and Julie Chrisley did have a loophole if banking becomes an issue. They would just need to get one of their children to set up the account and be listed on it. For example, the fan notes one workaround would be to utilize Savannah or Chase's banking account instead of their own. Naturally, this causes some concern among fans who believe Todd and Julie are guilty of bank fraud and tax evasion, because what if they do it again and their children get caught up in it this time? There, however, are some fans who argue Todd and Julie are both famous and rich. So, being a convicted felon isn't going to change their lives as much as it would someone who didn't have access to their means and resources. In the world of reality television, few stories have captivated audiences like that of Todd and Julie Chrisley. The couple, known for their opulent lifestyle and charming family dynamics on the show Chrisley Knows Best, recently faced a dramatic turn of events. Following their conviction on charges of tax evasion and fraud, the Chrisleys were sentenced to prison, raising a pressing question: can felons maintain bank accounts while incarcerated? To understand the intricacies of this issue, we must delve into the legal landscape surrounding felons and their financial rights. Generally, individuals convicted of felonies face various restrictions regarding their rights, including voting, owning firearms, and in some cases, managing financial accounts. However, the specifics can vary widely by state and depend on the nature of the conviction. In the case of Todd and Julie Chrisley, their financial situation has become a topic of significant interest, especially given the high-profile nature of their crimes. While they are serving their sentences, Todd receiving 12 years and Julie 7 years, questions about their financial well-being have emerged. The legal framework. When a person is incarcerated, their access to financial resources is typically curtailed. In many cases, inmates are not allowed to open new bank accounts or make significant financial transactions without approval. Trust funds and inmate accounts. Most correctional facilities offer inmates the ability to maintain a trust account, where family members can deposit money to cover basic expenses, such as phone calls, commissary purchases, and other necessities. Todd and Julie Chrisley might find themselves relying on such an account to sustain their basic needs during their time in prison. Additionally, if they had a significant amount of wealth prior to their conviction, they could set up a financial arrangement to manage their assets while serving time. This would likely involve the establishment of trusts or designating power of attorney to a trusted individual to manage their financial matters, ensuring that their wealth is preserved for their eventual release. The role of financial advisors and family. Given the complexities of managing finances while incarcerated, many felons, including high-profile cases like the Chrisleys, often turn to financial advisors or family members for assistance. This practice can help ensure that their assets are protected and that any ongoing financial obligations, such as mortgages or business expenses, are managed appropriately. In the case of the Chrisleys, they have a network of family members and associates who could potentially step in to manage their financial affairs during their absence. This support network might include their children, who are now thrust into the spotlight, or business associates who can help oversee their financial obligations and investments. The impact of the conviction. While maintaining a bank account may be feasible for Todd and Julie Chrisley, their conviction undoubtedly casts a shadow over their financial future. Felony convictions can complicate financial dealings and impact credit scores, making it more difficult to secure loans or engage in certain financial transactions post-incarceration. Moreover, if the Chrisleys owe restitution or face financial penalties as part of their sentence, managing these obligations could become a critical focus during their time in prison. In such cases, their ability to maintain their wealth and manage financial responsibilities will be paramount, particularly as they consider their life after serving their sentences. Life after incarceration. The question of whether Todd and Julie can maintain bank accounts while in prison is intrinsically linked to what happens after their release. Many felons find themselves struggling to re-establish their financial standing after serving time. Factors like job opportunities, housing stability, and access to credit can all be negatively impacted by a felony record. For the Chrisleys, their celebrity status might provide them with unique opportunities upon release. However, they will likely need to navigate the stigma of their convictions while rebuilding their financial empire. Having a clear understanding of their financial situation and the ability to manage their assets while in prison could play a pivotal role in their successful reintegration into society. The final verdict. In conclusion, while Todd and Julie Chrisley can likely maintain bank accounts while in prison, the nuances of their financial situation will depend on various factors, including their existing accounts, the nature of their conviction, and the management of their assets by trusted individuals. As they navigate their time in prison, their focus will need to be on ensuring that their financial affairs are in order for a smooth transition back into society. This scenario serves as a reminder of the complexities that felons face when it comes to financial management, especially those in the public eye. While Todd and Julie may be facing significant challenges,